Am I the asshole for still going to my sister's wedding after my husband cancelled my plane ticket? Here's the situation. My husband, 36, and I, 30, have 3 kids, 2, 4, 7. I'm a som, full-time, and I take care of the kids while my husband works, full-time. My sister's wedding was last week. We live hours away, which is an issue for my husband. When we first got the invite, he told me that he wasn't going, that he will stay for the kids, and suggested I do the same. Since the wedding doesn't allow kids and my husband doesn't want to hire a babysitter after the one we had robbed us. We had gone back and forth on this. But I insisted on going since that's my only sister and I want to attend what might be a once-in-a-lifetime event for her. He chuckled at my statement, then we stopped talking about it. As the wedding was approaching, he brought it up and told me to miss it and stay with the kids. I suggested that since no babysitters were allowed then, I could get my friend to stay with the kids, but he refused. I ignored him, spoke to my friend who agreed to watch the kids and booked a ticket to travel to my sister's town in time. My husband found out and went on about how he had work, and that the most logical solution is that I stay home with the kids and let him make his living. I told him that I already took care of the kids and they'll stay with my friend. Honestly, I grew impatient. The day of my flight I dropped the kids off at my friend's place, then headed to the airport. I found out he had cancelled my plane ticket. I was upset but still insisted on going, so I went home and got into my car and drove 4 hours to get to the town. At 5 p.m. my husband called and was freaking out on me, asking where I was. I told him I made it to my sister's town and he blew up saying I wasn't supposed to go, even said he cancelled my ticket to get me to stay. He demanded I return, but I said not until the wedding was over. He called me horrible, neglectful mom, then had his mom scold me and accuse me of abandoning my own kids. There was a huge argument ensued when I returned home, and my husband kept on saying I was horrible to leave the kids and to ignore him like that and do what I wanted eventually. He's giving me silent treatment as of now and I can no longer take it. I felt guilty and did not enjoy the wedding at all. Was I wrong for still going? Info. My husband dislikes my sister if it's relevant. Update. So a lot of people on here brought up the possibility of my husband lying about the robbery that happened months ago and accusing the babysitter of stealing just so I can't hire any other babysitters. He was the one who discovered the robbery. I never saw or talked to her after he kicked her out. Upon reading the comments, I'm now suspecting that he made this whole thing up. I'm going to contact the babysitter to get the whole story from. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I will talk to her and see if her story contradicts his in any way. I'll keep you updated. Financial abuse? Yup. Isolating you from loved ones? Yup. Controlling behavior? Yup. NTA. And please leave the he should be required to give you child support and alimony. You are not neglectful, your kids were taken care of. Thank you so much. The childcare arrangement issue has been making my life times 10 harder. After that babysitter robbed us, my husband decided that no babysitter is allowed into our home anymore. I disagreed because of how illogical his decision was, and now look at how much we're struggling. I'm struggling actually without outside help. Thank God for my friend. She's like a sister to me. Do you have confirmation that the babysitter actually robbed you? Based on how manipulative he is canceling your ticket, I wouldn't put it past him to frame your babysitter as an excuse to never hire another one again, so that he can keep you trapped in your home. Please listen to what everyone is trying to tell you here. He is abusive. When we first got the invite, he told me that he wasn't going, that he will stay for the kids, and suggested I do the same. This is stage 1 of trying to control you. Try to make it about solidarity with him and what he wants. I want to attend what might be a once-in-a-lifetime event for her. He chuckled at my statement, then we stopped talking about it. Of course he chuckled, he has his plan from that moment. He already knew he was going to cancel your plane ticket. After all, it's his money, right? You should really bill him monthly for all the services you do for him. He is saving a fortune. My husband found out and went on about how he had work, and that the most logical solution is that I stay home with the kids and let him make his living. Him reiterating that he makes the money, not you. He doesn't view you as a partner. I found out he had cancelled my plane ticket. I was upset but still insisted on going, so I went home and got into my car and drove 4 hours to get to the town. This was a boss move, and one he did not expect from you. Well done here. He blew up saying I wasn't supposed to go, even said he cancelled my ticket to get me to stay. When his manipulation didn't work, he blows up at you. An adult who is supposed to be him partner, and he is treating like a child he is scolding. Also, him canceling your ticket knowing you couldn't get another one can also be seen as financial abuse. He demanded I return, but I said not until the wedding was over. He didn't ask, he demanded you do as he says. He called me horrible, neglectful mom, then had his mom scold me and accuse me of abandoning my own kids. When he couldn't use financial manipulation, canceling the ticket, and bullying didn't work, blowing up on you, then he uses this sick tactic. Honestly, this is the most unforgivable to me. Added he also told his mom on you so she could also abuse you into submission. This is not how you treat a partner. I felt guilty and did not enjoy the wedding at all. This was his ultimate plan. When he couldn't force you to stay home by canceling your ticket, and he couldn't bully you into coming back by yelling at you. He then called you names and ruined your time because he knows he can use your guilt to his benefit. Even though you didn't stay home like he asked, he made the event so terrible for you that next time, you won't resist as much. These are all in the abuser's playbook. The fact you are asking if you are an off or going to your sister's wedding is everything we need to know. His abusive tactic are working but not fully. You drove to the wedding and that is hopeful that you really don't want this kind of life. You also have to consider what this is teaching your children. Your sons will think this is how they should treat their future and your daughters will think this is what they should expect from a relationship. It's damaging to your kids. You are NTA, and if you were in a healthy relationship, you would know that. I really hope you reconsider if this is the life you want for you and your children. ETA. Thank you kind internet strangers for the awards. Hopefully they didn't cost money. Maybe donate to a shelter that helps abused women get out of situations like ops. ETA. Added part above about him telling his mom on op.